on your.
Hey,
Yeah.
we're on. We're on. We have a fast opening. That way we spend more time talking.
That's great.
Right?
That's great.
Thanksgiving's coming.
And yeah,
Good,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
here.
Tomorrow.
It's here.
Yeah, it's here.
It is
Oh
here.
God.
You got
And
your
then-
turkey in the oven?
And you know what?
or-
There ain't a lot of time between now and Christmas.
Because it's late this year.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving's late.
Yep.
It's less than a month now to
Yeah.
Christmas.
Where's
Is it
the-
Normally it's like the 21st, 22nd, but it's late this year.
Oh, so those stores got to hurry up and put the Christmas stuff up. They already have it.
Oh,
out.
please.
Oh, they had it out. They had it out
I
before
know a
Halloween.
guy's got his Christmas tree up already.
Yeah?
Yeah, I know.
This
My
guy?
wife.
I drove by and it's twinkling in there. Like, put his Christmas tree up? Is
Not
that
me.
real?
If I had my way, there wouldn't be any Christmas tree.
Yeah, it's humbug.
Well, the hell, I'm 71 years old. I've outgrown Christmas.
Is it a real tree or is it a...
No, artificial.
That's what I thought. I kind of had a hunch. I was like, it's a little early for that. Although, my Christmas lights have been out for 2 weeks.
My Christmas lights have been out inside the house since last year. My wife never took them down.
No,
No, I
that's the
mean
way to do it.
outside.
I don't
We have
put
the
I don't
outside
put any
stuff.
outside. She just puts like a leafy thing, green. It's been there all
Holly.
year.
Well, see, I got to do that, and that's
That's
where
it.
I screwed up because I should have done it sooner because it's going to get damn cold.
I tell you what, have you ridden by my house?
Yeah,
You see the Snoopy?
yeah.
That is the funniest thing I've ever seen. It's Snoop. My son's a nut for Christmas.
Yeah.
But his front lawn is about that big. You could cut it with scissors. He lives in Medford.
Yeah.
So he
Oh,
has
Medford.
always
Yeah, They don't
He
have,
is-
they don't have, you don't have a lot of lawns in
no.
Memphis.
So he has always decorated our house. That's his gig.
Oh,
that's
nice.
his thing.
Well,
so
that's
he
nice.
came out, but he bought this thing last year. We didn't know what it looked like. So we blew it. It blows up. But it's Snoopy on a Zamboni
Yeah.
with Woodstock on top of it. But it vibrates and it looks so perverted. It's hysterical.
Is he shaking?
He's like-
Snoopy shaking?
It's hysterical.
Oh, man.
Everybody walks by and goes, "What is wrong with you?" I'm like, "It's not me."
At
There's
one
a-
time, you had your lights up year round.
Well, I couldn't get the Santa Claus off the roof.
I know. So
I had a really cool Santa Claus.
when he got elected to the Board of Selectmen, he lit it up.
Couldn't get him out?
And that was
It was a nightmare. It was on the top of the garage.
Yeah.
And it looked, and it was. I have people ask me, "What did you ever?" It died. It was no good. It was junk
Yeah.
because it literally looked like the reindeer were flying. It was really cool. We had it for years.
And then you couldn't take it down? Or?
Well, it was a lot of work to take it down.
Did you
So I
find
just
it?
not light it and leave it there.
Oh.
pretty high up, too.
It was way up there. Yeah, but that's okay. It's gone now. Yeah.
There's a guy somewhere in that, I don't know if it's in Swift or down Swift, he's got a Festivus pole.
Oh, no kidding. Oh, that's awesome.
He does.
Oh, that's awesome.
Festival.
I love
Like
it.
that.
Hey, that guy's all set up on the Four Corners.
Yeah.
That guy.
He only does it every other year.
No, he does it every year now
Oh.
because it aggravates his neighbors. Good for you. Good for you.
That's a
Well, you
lot of
know, they-
work.
Yeah?
That's a
Oh,
lot
Yeah,
of
he-
work.
well,
he
he's a
started
light and
fi-
sound guy for a band. That's how he started that.
But he started
insane.
putting everything up back, God, in October.
Yeah. Be right around Halloween. He starts putting.
He's
it.
still gonna do it, huh?
Huh?
He's still gonna do it.
It's there.
Yeah, I know.
It's all up. I think he lights it tomorrow.
Because the cars stop right there. You always.
Oh, they get calls all night long.
Cars-
Yeah.
Oh, they get calls all night
got
long.
the
they,
music
they
on.
got no parking signs there now.
Right.
Oh,
Right.
is that
So-
right?
Yeah, so you
Well,
can
you
get
can't
written
stop?
up.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, they don't
They
park.
have,
Just slow
if
down.
you turn your FM radio to a certain channel,
Yeah, he
Yeah,
he has
you got
music
the
that goes
music,
along
yeah.
with it, which is
Right.
really
And then the
nice.
windows, he's got like a Santa Claus
Yeah.
or something that goes back and forth.
Mhm.
It's crazy.
Oh, that's a lot of work.
It's involved.
Those FM transmitters are fairly priced pretty low. You can get them pretty cheap.
Can you?
They don't go far.
Yeah.
Well, you got to be in front of the house. So,
Yeah.
You know.
So you gotta be there anyway. You're gonna be. That's what you're looking
If
They
you're
for.
got
looking at
they
it.
got like about 100 to 1,000 foot radius. You
So
know,
you could be getting a tumor in there while you're sitting there. And
that stuff all comes down. We thought about getting an FM license here.
Did you?
We talked to Bill about it. But we would have a bigger radius. But you can get them fairly cheap, an FM transmitter. We would probably cover most of the town.
Oh, cool.
But you'd have to be licensed for that. But the license would be available because you don't reach far.
Right.
Have you noticed they've been putting the little Christmas lights in the town lights around the town?
Yeah, they did. They already did it.
Yeah, you notice
But
that?
they did. But from
They're solar lights.
allegedly,
Yeah.
somebody didn't like them, and they're going to get bigger ones
Really?
'Cause
Somebody
they're too
didn't like it?
small.
because they were too small.
Who? We don't know who didn't like it.
I could tell you later. I'm not going to spill the beans here.
It's a good person because it's nice anyway. I mean, if they're bigger, that's fine. But I don't know if that was in the budget. That was like
Speaking
a
of
show.
that,
Yeah.
Speaking of that, today is the last day of a very, very special, very good paramedic firefighter. Brian Castell, retired today. Great guy, solid, good paramedic firefighter.
Oh, yeah.
We wish him all the luck in the
Deputy
world.
chief.
He's going to travel with his wife in their camper and see the United States, and God bless him, because he was
Yeah.
a great guy.
Yep, deputy.
No, he is a great guy. Not
Yeah,
was a great
yeah,
guy.
yeah.
He is a great
Yeah,
guy.
yeah.
Really, really solid
Let
guy.
him have a retirement, don't
Yeah, please. You gotta be careful. You're careful the way you say things now. But yeah, no, good person. Known him for years. Just solid person. And we wish him all a happy retirement that you can get. Cool. So speaking of firehouses, want to talk about the fire meeting?
Yeah.
Oh, how'd that go?
Oh, it was lots of fun.
Really?
It's
Oh,
actually,
there's lots
the
of fun.
meeting is on channel 11, on channel 191 and 192, and on the internet. It's
So
on demand.
things are moving forward or what?
Well, it's the simple
Well,
concept that there was no reason to have a meeting.
No, because they already made up their mind.
They already made up their mind.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and the problem is, if you go to a selectmen's meeting or you have stuff you can read. It was on a big screen. You couldn't read it. You could see pictures.
Yeah.
They had the scores of the different places that they had, and what they wanted to do, and whether they, how they scored better, or worse, for the different locations.
Yeah.
Look, please, don't play us for fools. You picked a certain site, you went with the certain site. You can do all of the horse baloney that goes along with it.
What were some of the other sites? That's what I'm wondering.
The church at the top of Hill Street, too small. You know that. I mean, come on.
Oh, okay, that's totally impossible.
Of course. The parking lot across from the fire station. Don't own it.
No, and he doesn't, it's not available.
Right. Something in Linwood.
Now you're getting too far you're away from the rest of the villages.
There was one. There was two others, but they didn't score high. Size, There might have been a heated discussion at one point in time involving someone.
Yeah?
Might have been. Someone challenged the fire chief, and he didn't like it.
Oh.
And he didn't have the right answer.
Is he talking about himself?
No, well, it could be, yeah.
Yeah, David and I went at it.
All right.
Well, the point is I ask a question, you don't have an answer.
Yeah.
You better have the answers, or it's not going to pass.
What was the question?
Well, you've now gone to, they're saying that where it's going to be at Goulet Field,
Goulet Field, yeah, across the.
you're now changing your response time to where the old station was, or the schools, or the town hall, or the business district down there, to 8.5 minutes.
Yeah.
I said, how is it calculated? Well, it was. No, I don't accept that crap. That's crap to me. I want to know how you did it. Well, they couldn't tell me. So finally he said, well, I drove it in my car.
Oh, no,
What time?
no. Yeah, I don't.
No, what? Yeah, right. When was it done? I mean, they had all of these lists, and none of them could you read. They were on
Well,
a screen. You could
I
not
would
read all
think
that stuff.
that there's professionals, people out there that can rank the time.
I want to know how. I wanted to know
But I
how they
imagine
did it.
They have a way of doing that.
And my question, it's still to this point, is you've got Balmer School, high school, not anymore, they don't have Cross Street School anymore, the middle school, a 8 to 10 minute response time? Now, I have since had conversation with the fire marshal, and he said the new school has incredible fire suppression system in it. Great. suppose you need an ambulance. So he
Right.
couldn't tell me what route he was going to take. Finally, he broke down and said, well, I'm going to take Benson to Hill,
I knew that.
Benson to Hill, to Swift, to the Bomber. Okay, I've driven that.
Yep.
It's more than 8 minutes with no cars in front of me. Now, granted, they're going to have a siren. They're going to have lights. I have a problem with that. I don't have a problem. I have a concern. If you're going to tell me that you can save a life in 8 to 10 minutes, I'm okay with that. But everything that I've read says 5 minutes is the key. Now, I said, your response time to those, well, what about the other people over here? It's not the question I asked. I'm asking the question, you have schools with children in them. You have businesses. We have Cos Chemical over here. They should have response. That's why you had 2 stations. Now you're concerning yourself with one location for the whole town. Now, in New York City, in Boston, in Philadelphia, they have what they call a rover. There is a rover truck. It's called Truck 1 in New York City. So all the years that I was in New York City, Truck 1 is moving all the time. There's one for every district. They're on the road all the time so that their response time is quick. And don't get in the way, by the way, because they will push you out of the way and you'll pay for the bumper. Kid you not. But we don't have that. Now you're at 8.5 minutes. That's my concern. I wanted to know how that was going to be handled. And instead of getting a cogent, intelligent answer, I got anger. And that's not the way it should be done. I've been in a fire where the response was 4.5 minutes and the whole building burned down.
Yeah.
Yeah, that went fast.
Well, it was burning around us for a couple hours, but we
Right.
didn't know it. But still, that's the concept that I was trying to get them to answer.
Well, obviously, what we're looking to do is eliminate the Rockdale satellite and build a new station on top of it. So they're trying to centralize as much as possible. But you really, the most central spot would probably be at North Center.
Yeah.
But there's no place there.
No.
You're not gonna build it where the church is. I can
No, it's not enough. You can't get a building up there.
No.
It's like 2.5 acres.
I know.
You need 20 acres.
Yeah.
I mean, if you put it down at the they never even considered the Plummer Park.
I know. I
They
said
never
to me
considered it.
that makes a
Perfect.
lot of sense.
Hey, you could go in and out of what's that street where the Checkmate used to be on?
Oh, Plummer Ave.
Plummer Ave. Or you can go down 122. Church Street Extension. You've got perfect. Was never even considered.
Is that like right after Oosterman? The thing that you're talking about?
Before us.
The ball,
Yeah.
the
ball field
playground,
on the left-hand
playground.
side?
Yeah, yeah. After if you're going this way.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they didn't want to eliminate the skate park.
Oh, yeah. A lot of kids will get upset about that.
Move it.
Yeah, exactly. Put it somewhere else. I mean, look. You're of the same.
That'd be a perfect place.
Of course it
you know?
would.
I gave them that suggestion a number of years ago.
You're
when
like
they-
right in town. You just
Right.
2 minutes.
Boom. Boom.
And
all
don't
over.
tell me
got the main
the traffic
street,
could be a problem.
They can go through lights anyway.
They have the button.
Yeah.
The button changes the light for them to be green.
But what you do is if you gotta take some of that ledge out of there, that can be done.
Guess what?
You make an pass right through to the other side.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sounds like a song.
Of course, Bob Washburn wants an arm and a leg for that
Oh,
property.
I didn't know we didn't own it.
No, we
oh,
own
oh,
the
the- oh, the back
playground.
part, yeah.
But the back part, if you would access onto Plummer Ave, you have to buy part of his property,
Gotcha. Gotcha.
and he wants an arm and a leg.
Barry did a wonderful job. He's so impressive to listen to because he does so much research. He did a tremendous job, asked a lot of good questions.
Well, if
And,
they,
of course, they're not going to change.
if they don't get, but they may not get it then.
That's the problem. That's the problem.
That's always the
And
part.
I've had several people tell that to me, that they're just not going to vote for it. That's too bad. We need a new fire station.
Yeah,
That's a long story. So what are you giving thanks for tomorrow?
Hey, I'm happy.
think we got somebody here from the fire station probably calling.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
There he is.
Hi, Barry.
I just said you did a great job.
How you guys doing today?
Very well. How about
All right.
yourself?
Good, good. Hey, Harry, that was nice of the citation the business community gave to you. I saw that. I just wanted to touch on that first.
Oh, thank you. That's from the chamber.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's right. You got that. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I forgot. I apologize.
Yeah. Yeah, that was, I was honored with that. I'm all these years I've been doing a lot for the Valley. I got paid for, recognized finally.
Good for you. You should be.
They can't say you didn't put the time in.
That's for
No,
sure.
but, well, what helps is having a radio show now about the Valley, and they've extended it to 1 hour from half hour, so it's doing well.
Oh yeah, yeah. A lot of people told me they've seen your media vehicle around with the radio sign on it.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll promote the station.
All right. I guess let's get to the fire station, and I just want to agree with a lot what Russ has to say. And the other site I think was the NES school, Russ, and
Cross street
another
there.
site they didn't even bother to look at was the 5 acres off of Fowler Road. And I did look at the Google map, Harry, and there is an access point to that 5 acres. It was an old playground at one time. But anyway, they didn't even bother to look at that.
Well, that access is real difficult.
Mhm.
That's a steep drop. You do have to do a lot of fill.
But
There's plenty at the Bomber School area.
right, and I've talked to a lot of the old timers, and they're telling me there's a lot of ledge down at that Riverdale site. So that's another thought.
There isn't a place in town there isn't a lot of ledge.
I know.
My daughter used to play softball down there when she played for the pressure team, and for the Lassie League, and I remember sitting on the ledge, watching the game.
Yeah.
So here we go with another, Roger Matthews situation. No, there's no ledge, and Roger's telling you there's ledge where the high school is, and what it cost us $1.2 million.
Well, look at the high school fields. That was never addressed
Oh.
either.
Well, that's why Plummer's Park got a lot of ledge, but we know it's there. It's not hidden. But I still think Plummer's Park would have worked out better.
I think it would have
Yeah,
been perfect.
well, I brought up the old NES school, Harry, and they're telling me that the fire engines would have a hard time navigating Ovian Square. But I'm saying, well, how do you do that now? So, but like I said, I think they had their minds set up
Yep.
that they wanted that
Yep.
that Riverdale location, and that's the direction they're going. But Russ brings up a very good point. When you talk to people, they say, yeah, I like a central location. But then when you follow up with this question and say, what is our most precious thing in the town? It's our children. And when you tell them that the response time is going to be almost doubled to the schools, then they look at it in a different light. So, I don't know if the Board of Select, I think the chairman of the Board of Selectmen only made one quick comment that night, but never addressed, like I said, the good issue that Russ brought up, and some funding things was never brought up. But hopefully, like I said, it's going to eventually be up to the people. And another thing, a citizen brought up about, we're going to pay all this money for a fire station, and it's going to be hidden in the woods.
Uh-huh.
And a lot of people feel that a fire station, like, it's something that you want to be proud of, you want to be able to see, and being hidden in the woods, that's another issue that was brought up. But I know we got to do something, but hopefully they can look at some of these other sites again, but it's doubtful. But
They're not going to do it. They've already made their mind up. They've got to. I don't like to be hoodwinked into believing anything. That was not a citizen input meeting.
No,
that was
like
them telling us
they already had their mind
what they're going to do.
right.
And they had no intentions of taking anything from anyone. This is what we're going to do. Deal with it.
Right.
Oh, but in that case, the final answer comes from the citizens.
Right. So I mean, now you're talking 8 to 9 minutes, and that's in great weather response time.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
like I said, I mean that's something that you got to think about. And like I said, these you got kids. There's so many kids today with these allergic reactions to
yeah.
things, and so I mean that's a concern.
So let me throw something at you there, okay? This is one of my favorite pet peeves, okay? Just what you just brought up. Now, you have 4 to 5 police cars riding around this town all the time. Do you know what they have plenty of in the car?
What?
Narcan.
Oh,
Do you know what they don't have in the car? An EpiPen.
huh?
Isn't that ridiculous?
Right. I mean that's something that
It's ridiculous.
you think they would have that?
No, they're not allowed to have it.
Wow.
Costs too much money.
Right. And like I said, the other thing too is they are going to bring it up at the. I think. Did you hear it, Russ? They are going to bring it up at the Springtown meeting to try
Yes.
to get it passed.
Yes, they want to bring the funding operation into the Maytown meeting. Yes.
Right. So, my thought is they want to get that out before the people get that 2021 tax bill. Plus, there's talk about the country going into a recession in a year and a half. So there's all these things going on that
God, I
they
hope
want
not.
to fast track this. But I think ultimately it's going to come down to, like you said, Harry, that what the people want and if they really care about that response time to the schools. So.
And Barry, did you notice something? Did you notice when the town manager was making his dissertation about this whole thing, how he kept saying that the the police station is fine, and he never asked the police chief to say a word?
No.
Well, it doesn't make any sense to me. How about you?
No, he should have, he should have asked the police chief. I mean, that's the fire station, the police station is his ballpark. But again, like I said, the town manager gives the marching orders, so it's up, like I said, it's up to the taxpayer. See, but another thing too is when you think of it, we're gonna, if they do decide to build down there, you're gonna have 3 empty buildings. You're gonna have the fire station, the NES school, and the Rockdale fire station. So I mean, that's 3 buildings the town's also gonna have to maintain.
We
And,
have to deed that back.
Yeah. So
We have to deed one of them back.
yeah.
Well, it would be the Winesville station.
The Whitensville station goes back to the shop.
The Rockdale station was built by Paul White Manufacturing, which is out of business. But
But now what if the shop owners doesn't want that station back?
well, he'll take it.
I'm sure he'll take it. He's no dope.
No, it's property.
Right.
But the school is the other thing.
Right.
And, I would have moved the administration and the school and taken that whole corner.
Right. Well, and plus you also had the land that the modular classroom's on. To me, that
Yes.
sounded like a good location. But,
Yes.
But like I said, they're sold on that Riverdale site.
Mm-hmm.
But
But what you said is so true. You're saying 8.5 minutes to that side of town
good
from the
weather,
street. They weren't in deep. What's it add to get out of the driveway? You're when you're talking an emergency response, you're talking seconds. Now you're adding time and time and time. The further you go deeper into that land, it doesn't make any sense. Obviously, they're going to have to put a light there
Right.
to stop the traffic so they can come out.
Right.
But still, the time call comes in, get your gear, get in the truck, get the truck running, doors open, drive down the driveway, then out onto the road. I'm not sold on it. And don't get me wrong, we need a fire station.
Right.
Have you ever watched the fire trucks leave the station? It's a joke.
Right.
They have to pull out, back up and go whatever direction they're going.
Right.
Because they can't make the turn.
Right.
It's stupid.
And if the Rockdale station isn't manned, it's basically a mute point.
Right.
And you know, like I said, I mean, I wish they would look at the NES site again, but I don't think they will. And then, like you're saying, you also, like, now they're going to, if they have to respond to the schools on Linwood Ave, Russ, yeah, you know, in the morning and the afternoon they got that traffic, and now that's going to be compounded with a further distance.
Well, and that was one of the things that I was asking is what you want this new station, but what are your routes? And you saw what I had to go through to get him to tell me how he was getting to Balmer School.
Oh, right.
How are you getting to Linwood?
Right, and they were upset that you asked the question.
Oh yeah.
You know?
See? Thank you, Barry.
Yeah.
And it was really aggravating me because he was trying to just fluff it off. It's serious.
Right.
I still think a public safety building makes sense.
Oh, it would have been so much better.
Wow.
So much better.
And
I know. Well, like I said, it's going to be up to the voters, but maybe hopefully the school committee and the teachers union also has some input into this because I mean they're the ones that are going to deal with the response time to the schools. So that's and then also the Whitensville Christian School also.
Yeah. Yeah.
But hey, just some quick thoughts, and again, I just wanted to bring that up about your citation, Harry, and
well, thank you, Barry.
you guys all have a good Thanksgiving and stay safe
Barry.
and stay well.
Be safe.
All right.
Eat a lot of turkey.
Bye bye. Okay, you guys too. All right, bye.
Yeah, I don't get myself upset over things like this. I mean, it's not. But I don't think it'll pass if people aren't happy. If they look at, they see flaws there.
The sad part of this whole situation. Sad part is, it's so needed. But
Yep.
don't jam something down my throat. That aggravates me. Just like the Balmer School. They're having a nightmare right now because it's so wet back there.
I was going to ask you, what's the progress?
Oof.
Have they
The-
poured cement?
They've been pouring the cement for the footings, not the, and the wall, and the stone walls behind the houses. Because
So-
there's a couple, if you look at the land goes like this.
Yeah.
So they have stone walls, which are doing a beautiful drainage system into these cubbies, I call them,
Yeah.
and then out to the pipe. And that'll come up, and it does drainage on top of the wall, and the drainage come out of the wall right into a sewer system or whatever.
drainage
a
system.
drainage system, yeah, into the main drain system. But I tell you what, it's wet out there. There's some serious water back
So
there.
it doesn't look like they'll have the foundation and get some steel up then.
Not, I would, if I was to bet, I would bet you won't have steel till February. There's no, the base footings are in,
Yeah.
but there's no reroute up. There's no actual,
You reach a point where you can't pour any more cement.
and there's no steel delivery yet. I mean, I see the whole. My bedroom. I could see everything going on back there. There is no steel on site.
If you haven't run that thing, you can see the whole thing throughout the whole day.
Yeah.
Keep 'em up. What do you think, Russ?
I don't want to be a project manager. I'm all set. That's a tough job. Trying to
sure it
coordinate
is.
the project. Oh my God.
Yeah, dangerous too.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta.
Liability.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, you gotta get deliveries on time. You have to get that cement in on the right time, and it's gotta get in at a certain, so everything can fall into line. And we're getting into, if we get real bitter cold weather, you can't pour cement.
No.
I mean, I know they put sulfur in it to make it.
But then it's not.
It's
Look
not
what happened
good.
in New Orleans.
Yeah,
They put crap in the cement, and the building fell down.
yeah.
Where did this happen?
New Orleans. The new Hard Rock the Hard Rock Hotel.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Oh
Yeah.
my goodness! Didn't somebody?
You have
people got
to.
killed?
Cement's very important how they do it.
Oh yeah.
So what are you going to be thankful for tomorrow? Tomorrow's Thanksgiving.
I'll be thankful for a day off.
For a day off.
Thankfully, he's on the right side of the grass.
Yes.
The right side of the grass.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you don't want to be looking at the
Up
roots.
above.
You want to be on the top of
Above
the grass.
ground. You're thankful. You get to my age, you're thankful every day you're above
Pushing
ground.
daisies, as they say.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but you're not old. 71's not old.
Not anymore.
No, no.
In the
I-
prime
I-
of life.
I know people, when I remember when I was a kid, people in the 70s looked really old.
Oh, yeah.
You see that lady that was 82 years old that beat up an intruder?
How funny was that? Did you see how strong she was?
I saw. She was
She
talking
was
about.
lifting weights and
I wish I had a video of the event.
yeah. Oh, wouldn't that have been funny? Oh my goodness.
She threw shampoo on his face and she kind of back and forth with a broom or something.
Yeah, yeah,
Kept him down until 82 or 84, right?
yeah, yeah.
She's in good shape.
Oh yeah. She was in very good shape. Boy, did you see her? She was lifting the barbells and everything.
Yeah, 80.
Awards and stuff for weightlifting.
That's crazy. That's what you got to start doing now, Harry.
I do. I have.
Yeah?
I have some dumbbells and I do my exercises. You gotta stay. You gotta exercise. That's
You got to keep moving.
Yeah.
You
You got a
cannot
six,
be
you got a
sedentary.
six-pack, Harry?
No.
You're more of a keg.
Keg?
Actually, I lost a lot of weight.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I did have a good size,
Yeah.
but now see I'm down to just a little bit of love handle. Gotta have a little bit.
Tomorrow you're going to fill him up a little bit.
No,
The
I
turkey.
actually don't eat that much anymore. That's
No?
one reason I lost weight. I didn't lose weight by dieting. I lost weight by eating less. That's the key
It's
to
a
it.
very simple concept.
Yeah.
If you burn more
Don't eat less.
calories than you take in,
Right.
you're going to lose weight.
Yeah. So eat a little bit less.
I'm on a seafood diet.
Drink water.
Are you on a seafood
Yeah.
diet too?
Yeah. Seafood's eats
I
it.
see the thing when I eat it. It's terrible. During the season, I'm not home that much for dinner.
Yeah.
So I'll grab a salad at work. But my wife makes great dinners, and I can't stop.
Oh, she's a professional cook.
Well, yeah,
She's a good cook. She's killing
Yeah.
you slowly.
yeah. Look,
And when he starts, he can't stop.
yeah, it's awful. I love it. I love food. I love
Gotta
food.
get a bell or something. When you
And
hear the
it's
bell, you
harder
stop.
when you got an empty nest because you get the quantity but nobody to eat it.
Those
Don't I
guys
wish?
laughing over there?
I still have 4 days of the week. I got one coming for dinner.
Oh yeah.
You got the family coming to Thanksgiving? Or you
Talking
gonna,
to you,
both of you? You hosting the Thanksgiving dinner or are you going someplace?
I'm going to my son's.
Oh,
I'm leaving the next day.
you staying over?
No. I'm not cooking this with me. We're going to his house. I'm leaving the next day for California.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah,
Oh, Friday.
or Friday.
What's
That's-
happening over there? Vacation?
No, they have in what do you call it? Premiere for a new movie.
Oh, is your son?
His grandson
Son-in-law,
Oh,
His
son-in-law, and
son-in-law.
grandson.
produced it, but his grandson is in it.
really?
Well, he has a talking part. He's a cartoon.
Oh,
So he does the what do you call it? Voiceover.
Voiceover. Yeah.
it's not Frozen, is it?
No,
Frozen,
no. It's called Spies in Disguise.
Spice in Disguise.
It's with Will Smith, Reba McEntire.
Will Smith is in it.
Yeah.
There's some big shots in
Oh,
there.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
oh. It's a big movie. It's big time.
Spice in Disguise.
It's right up there with the rest. What was it?
Well,
was
Will
it?
Smith is a big name. So.
Big name. Well, it's funny because the day after the premiere, the kids go back to New York. My son-in-law leaves for Brazil, Argentina, and Colombia to promote the movie down there with Will Smith, and they both have security teams. I'm like, if I gotta have a security team, I'm not going. I'm staying here.
Oh, yeah.
I'll send you a film. I'm not going.
you
I need a
go-
security team. I'm not going.
Some places there you have to, yeah.
He said he's a terrific guy. Said he's a terrific guy.
Will Smith?
Yeah.
Yeah, he sounds like
He seems like a nice guy. I mean, I've met
His-
him. I can't.
His assistant, personal assistant, whatever, is his best friend from childhood.
Oh.
You don't talk to if you don't get to him, you never speak to Sir Will Smith. You never talk to him. They're like inseparable.
Huh.
If he don't like you, you ain't getting to talk to Will Smith.
I need somebody like that.
Well, because you're famous.
You wanna be like that for me, Harry? Can you be my?
Are you famous or infamous?
You screen them first, Harry, and then I talk to them if you think they're okay.
Oh, I had one, but he quit.
Yeah.
No, who'd you have on? Who's
Every
coming on
time.
your show next week? That was here.
Who was that lady that was here?
Yeah.
You saying? Oh, she's actually she called me through that other lady that showed up here.
Week
That
before?
was an author. No, remember that lady that was the author? That called. She sent an email. Say, I'd like to be in the show. Now she has friends that are authors. So there's already 2 people that have come because of her. This was one
That's
of the
awesome.
ladies.
My son-in-law's an author too.
Yeah.
Yeah, they wrote a book. Funniest scene you ever seen in your life. Walked into my daughter's house and she looks. She goes, "You talk to Nick all the time." I said, "Yeah." She says, "Did you know he wrote a book?" I'm like, "No." She said, "Did you know he wrote a book?" She says, "Not till I got a check from the publisher." It's called Urban Legends with a Z. It's a book about urban legends.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Well, you must be good because if you get paid like
He's
from a
he's so
publisher.
talented. It's scary.
Yeah.
Well, I would love to see what's rattling around in his head, because it's just bizarre. So Christmas Day, the movie comes out. Go see it Christmas weekend. It's funny. It's about a spy who gets turned into a pigeon. It looks
Who's the
funny.
spy? Is it Will Smith?
Will Smith is the spy. Reba McEntire is the head of the.
Reba McEntire is a big name too.
Well, it
That's
was
a
supposed to
big-
be Goldie Hawn, but halfway through the movie she quit.
She did.
Yeah, she.
What was wrong with her?
She didn't like. They had reduced some of her lines and stuff like that, so she quit. So Reba McEntire took over, and the kid Tom Hanlon, I think that's his name.
Where's he at?
He's the Spider-Man, the new Spider-Man.
Oh, is that right?
He's the creator of all of the gadgets.
So this is a big time movie.
Oh, it's big
not
time.
like
Oh,
just
yeah.
like,
It's a $155 million budget.
wow, this guy's loaded over here.
Not me. Well, I was shocked when he told me how much they put up behind his movie.
That's what's paying for that security when you go over there.
Uh-huh.
Production costs can run high.
Crazy. Well, it's funny to talk because, I mean, he's been in our part of our family for 14 years.
Yeah.
And I always thought that you made the movie and then put the sound to it.
Yeah.
I was completely wrong.
You do the sound first.
You do the sound first, and then they make the inflection to what they do. I'm like,
edit it.
Okay.
I know it's a lot of stuff like that. I didn't know. I didn't know that they actually sometimes, if not all times.
Well, it takes a lot of acting to be able to do that voiceover.
I know, but you know what they do? When you when you see trailers for a movie, those trailers are made sometimes before the movie's made.
Oh, way before the movie.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
How about this one? I learned something I never heard of before.
Yeah.
They were working on the lighting and the special effects and stuff, and it didn't pass the seizure test.
Ooh, yeah, they have that now.
I never knew that.
They have the little thing on the movies now for in the kids thing.
Right.
Like, this may
So they had to reduce some of the flashes and stuff because kids who
Yeah.
see flashes in front of them on a big screen go into a seizure.
Yeah.
I,
And I've learned so much this
They
movie.
have a disclaimer
This has been
now.
5 years.
what the hell did they do 20 years ago?
The kids didn't go to
50 years
movies.
ago.
No, they didn't have the
couldn't go.
equipment they have now. They have
Well, wait a
stuff
minute.
like
When I was a kid, nobody talked about that.
No. Well, you didn't have peanut allergies either.
I know. So, I mean, what the hell? How did this all come about?
it's a new world. But they have the disclaimer now. I noticed it yesterday actually at my daughter's house. The kids had the TV on the shows, and before the show came on, they had that little disclaimer. This may have whatever flashing, whatever. So wow.
I think we became overprotective.
Oh, God, yes.
Well, yeah.
You know, when I was a kid-
that is a given.
In 1955, we had a major flood in Rockdale. The whole town was underwater, the whole village. Well, after that flood, what do you think we played with? We played with the mud, all the debris.
That's what happened.
Yeah. You know what? Well, we were digging through some stuff in this. We found a worm that had to be this long and about that thick around. It was huge. I think it was radioactive.
Was it?
But I mean, we built, clubhouses and tree houses out of the boards that from
Floated
buildings that
downstream.
were demolished and piled up in the back because they didn't clean it up.
Wow.
Ah,
Too protected now.
yeah,
When I was a
Oh.
kid, I used to walk uphill to school both ways.
right.
In the snow.
In
In
the
the
snow.
Carrying
snow.
your brother.
Yep.
Yeah, my two brothers.
And that was in Venezuela.
That's right.
the snow.
A lot of snow. A lot of snow.
Yeah, the cold party, Minnesota.
No, there's a lot. There's a lot of protectiveness. I love the helicopter mothers.
Yeah.
Well, you know, on the playing board now, I didn't notice, but they've added a little thing. While I wasn't on there, I found out after I got on. Now, at the end of the subdivisions, they want to put a parking spot for people because they drop their kids off. And they, 18 houses in a subdivision, and the kid can't walk.
Oh.
And they told me, oh, that's what they do. It's a problem because what happens, you've got a half a dozen cars at the end of that subdivision, and nobody can get in and out
Right.
because there's so many cars.
Right. Well, when you were able to, it was a horse and buggy when you went to
Right.
school. But when you got on the bus, where did you get the bus? Everybody congregated together,
Yeah.
and you got on the bus.
I can tell
Now
you.
they stop at every freaking house.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, when I was in grade school, elementary school, I walked up the hill, up to right over here where Rockdale House is. So, we did walk uphill both ways. We walked uphill, and then when we get to the top, we had to walk down a little bit to get to the school.
Well, I didn't like there was no snow, but I did walk about a mile every day to go to school.
Yeah.
About a mile, yeah. Crazy.
Now, did you go 180 days?
In Venezuela? Probably. Why, is that too much?
I just love that. It has to be 180 days.
Oh,
That's what we have to go.
I don't
180
remember.
That's
days.
6 months.
But it's nice weather in Venezuela when I walked in there. So
Yeah.
got strong legs doing that, tell you.
Oh yeah. Well, I used to ride a bike everywhere in town,
Well,
all the time.
if you remember back when we had a crunch a while back, they stopped picking up the kids in Rockdale.
Mm-hmm.
The ones in the high school had to walk.
That's crazy.
And that was before they built a new high school.
Mm-hmm.
But still, it was still quite a walk.
Yeah.
I didn't like that at all. I thought that was totally unfair.
Getting softer kids.
But, you can't be, you got to let the kids go out. God, we used to disappear all day. And then we come home when it got dark.
Yeah, lights came on. Come home.
Yeah.
It's dinner. Let's go.
And, in the wintertime, God, we'd be ice skating and
Mm-hmm.
on all the ponds. Now you can't, you don't go on the ponds. They're not safe.
My parents used to take me all kinds of places, but I always found my way back.
Yeah. Yeah.
I need a drum. Is there a drum?
I
We
mean,
need to put that in there.
the things we did as a kid, I mean, I wouldn't like my kids to do it because it was kind of dangerous. We built a raft one time. We had a flood.
A raft.
Yeah, we had a flood in the
This-
back down here
Wow.
where that stream empties out into the Blackstone. And it filled up with water. The town wasn't flooded, but there was a lot of water. Well, we built the raft. We would float it right down to the Blackstone.
That's great.
Oh, yeah.
But you did things like that. That's
Yeah.
what you
Yeah.
you did stuff. You built forts. You just now you gotta buy a tree house.
I know. I know.
And talk about that. That was funny. That was one of the funniest lines with my son-in-law. I said to him, he said, can you design a treehouse for me? Because I know how to design, stuff. I was like, sure. Which trees are we putting this in? He goes, no, at the office. I'm like, what? He said, I want to have a treehouse. So
At
I
the
go work in a
office?
treehouse. So I designed a treehouse, and they built a treehouse, and it was, you climbed up the ladder or you went up the rope thing, and they had 3 guys work together in the treehouse, and they could see everything that went on. I'm like, you creative people are really whacked out.
Maybe that's what inspires
Really
them.
whacked out.
We had one right down here at, where the Rossford Shot Bridge is.
Yep.
Down in the woods there. And in fact, I remember we would put, lash the wood to our back and climb the tree to build the,
Wow.
well, guess what? There was a response by the fire department.
We'll call fire.
You got fire.
Oh.
We didn't have electricity, so we used candles.
Oh, yeah, well, it makes sense. Yeah.
And, we had the walls lined with linoleum. And someone you know quite well was responsible for it.
Oh, that's
Mhm.
great.
You ask him
You
about that
survived.
I will.
At the time, I was a den chief in the Boy Scouts for the Cub Scout pack. It was meeting down on the common in that little brick in the stone house on the common, and the fire whistle goes off. So I said, I gotta check this out. And the fire station's right across the street. And what they used to do, he would write on the blackboard where the fire was for the call firemen. So I looked at, oh, the powerhouse, because it was a National Grid had at the time Mass Electric had a power station there. I says, oh my God, power is on fire. It might burn our treehouse. Yeah,
Lo and behold, it was
Yeah.
a treehouse that was on fire.
Yeah.
That's
And
awesome.
you know what? There's still pieces of the wood from it hanging up in those trees. That's, well, God, almost 60 years ago.
Oh,
Yeah, about 60 years ago. There's still pieces of, I walked down there a while back and it was still up there.
wow.
That's how solid it was.
It wasn't solid enough to afford it,
Well,
stop the fire.
well, linoleum walls and
Oh, that's a
candles.
bad idea. That plastic goes, you're done.
Linoleum walls.
Yeah.
You were like fancy, huh? Fancy treehouse.
Oh, yeah. Well, we used to
State
go
of
out.
the art.
Actually, we built one in back of my house, in back of the apartment house, in back of the garages. And we had 2 floors and a sun deck on top.
Nice.
And we sided it with beer cans. Took the top and the bottom off, cut them down the middle, flattened them out, made them like shingles.
Oh, that's awesome.
It was beer can siding. We used to go to the dump every day, get as many cans as we could find.
Wow.
And we had, I think, 4 bunk beds inside we built.
Wow.
And
This
then-
is a treehouse you built when you were a kid?
Oh, you wouldn't believe the stuff we built. With a sun deck on a roof.
Wow. Put
Yeah.
cable in there or anything like that? Or?
There
Oh,
was no
yeah.
cable
No
back
cable
there. There was
back
probably no
then.
TV.
No, but we had electricity.
Did you really?
Yeah, because we hooked into the house and ran it out the window and over across the garage.
Wow. That's some good times.
Oh, I'm telling you, we did some stuff.
That's what you want to do. You want to, the kids, the kids,
Well,
Now it's this.
I learned to build things by
Yeah.
doing
yeah.
that. Yeah.
But it is. Like
Now
this.
it's video games. It's just
Yeah.
awful. And everything in video games is killing somebody. It's like, good Lord.
The
It's awful.
phones, man. Do you drive by the bus stops? I guarantee you see at least half the kids or more that are standing at the bus stop, and they're just all of them looking at their phone.
I had a kid
Well,
working
how
for
many
us that dropped
how many
his-
cars you see at the bus stop? That's what gets me is the parents. You can't let the kid walk to the bus stop.
Little Johnny might get kidnapped.
Well, look
Half of little Johnnies would be
look
brought
at
back.
how many cars are at the bomber school.
Oh, it's
every
unbelievable.
day.
Oh, it's crazy.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see what happens when they finish it, because you've got 3 times as many kids
Yeah.
going to be in one place.
I mean,
How are you going to do that? It's a disaster now.
Man,
if you're going to bring a kid, if all these people bring, can we cut down on the buses? They can't be full.
No, they're not. They're all big buses and they're half empty.
Yeah.
Just huge.
I mean, it would probably be cheaper to hire some taxi services. Just pick up the few kids that,
yeah.
yeah, Uber them.
See that the news of the guy? They have the guy that was Ubering and he went into the liquor store and bought himself some stuff. He was drinking while he was Ubering.
I heard about
Oh,
that. I
that's
heard
great.
about that.
Oh, you just can't make
It's not
this
a
stuff
five.
up.
Well, how
It's not a
about-
5-star there.
How about
because, like,
it was on the news this morning, a woman who was drinking beer out of a paper bag while driving the school bus.
That's great. That's good.
Isn't that,
Yeah. Well, at least you'll be able to put up with the kids.
yeah, I know. That's one thing I could never do. I could never
no,
drive
no.
a school bus.
No. I would be fired immediately because I'd cuff some little brat in the head.
Yeah.
I saw a school bus in Framingham about a couple of weeks ago, and so my car's here. There's 2 cars ahead of me. One of them is right beside the school bus. There's kids from the school bus throwing stuff
Shocking.
at the guy that's in the car
Oh my
and
God.
giving him the bird and all kinds
Oh
of
yeah.
stuff.
Oh yeah.
The driver, I mean, I don't know what would you do?
Well, you're
mean-
supposed to get them, but they can't control them.
Apparently not. They were like, it's just, and it was at a railroad stop. So
Yep.
it was some time. And they were just grabbing stuff like crayons and whatever and throwing it at the guy and giving him the finger and yelling at him.
Charming,
I don't know what happened.
charming children.
It was not a pretty sight.
Now, see, when we were in school, if you did that, you'd be thrown off the bus.
Oh yeah.
And then you have to explain to your parents why you can't get on a bus.
Nothing happened. They were laughing like
Yeah.
kids like 15, 12 to 15. Nothing.
Actually, that's the worst age, the middle schools.
It was actually scary because what would they do if there's a whole gang of kids like that and the guy responded and say, huh, what if it's the wrong guy too? He's messing with the wrong guy.
Mm-hmm.
But the guy in the car just kept his window closed. And I don't know if he had yelled at them earlier or something. I don't know how it originated, but it was just not a pretty sight.
No, they probably just felt like aggravating someone.
It is amazing.
Swearing. It was
Well,
it was
listen,
pitiful.
nowadays, if you come home and say the teacher yelled at you,
Yeah.
they go in and yell at the teacher. When we were kids, if you went home and said the teacher yelled at you, you got a beating.
Yeah.
You better believe it. They
You
didn't
better
yell
not
at the
tell-
teacher.
You didn't tell.
You're right. Yeah, just shut your mouth. Just shut up. Just shut up.
No, they didn't yell at the teacher. They told you to go back and apologize to the teacher.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
Not them.
a little different back then. A little different.
You know, you can see it now with the kids, the college kids today.
You want me to tell you a really hysterical story that's true and it happened, and I won't use any names and I won't tell you where it was, but allegedly an individual was working for a firm and his mentee, he was a mentor to a mentee, and this person was 30 years old and wasn't performing up to the expectations of the firm, and he had to meet with him and explain to him that you're not producing to your expectations, that you have to step it up. And the mentee cried.
Hurt his feelings?
Cried. Went to HR the next day and said that he didn't like the way that he was told he wasn't working to his expectations, and cried to that person.
He needed a safe space.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Oh.
Could we take you to the do
Everybody
you want a
needs
pillow?
safe space.
Do you need a puppy dog? Like, good Jesus.
You know, I mean,
This is what you've created. Everybody gets a damn trophy. Everybody's
I know, that's
good.
ridiculous.
It's just ridiculous.
It's going to backfire eventually.
I'll tell you, do you want something really funny? My grandkids blow me away. They're so funny. My grandson, the 10-year-old, is competitive baseball. And they went to a tournament, and he came in second place. And they gave them a trophy. He came home and threw the trophy off the back deck. He said, trophy? I didn't win.
I was in second place.
I'm a loser.
It's a lie.
A non-winner. I said, and he threw right off the back deck. He said, you give a trophy to the guy who wins. You don't give a trophy to second place or third place.
oh,
I'm like, okay, I got that. You can't have
He's 12 years old?
10 years old.
Then, well, he's going
but
to
see, that,
grow up to be
you
a
know,
good kid then.
if you don't get the trophy, you're going to want to work harder next time.
Exactly.
Everybody's a winner. Come on.
Yeah.
See, that's the wrong way to go about it because everything got to have winners and losers.
You
And
are
if you lose
unique.
one time, you're going to work harder next time so
That's
you
right.
don't lose.
That's right.
You are unique, just like everybody else.
That's fine, but you still
Yeah,
you
yeah.
still got to work
Right.
hard to be productive.
You ever seen The Incredibles?
No.
No, there's a line there where somebody says, actually the villain says, if everybody is incredible, then nobody is.
Yeah, if everybody's incredible, nobody is. You're right.
Yeah.
I mean, we
That's
all
the
have
villain saying that.
we all had different talents. You know, not everybody's a great ball player,
No.
but not ball players aren't great piano players.
No.
Everybody has their own individual talent. And you know, and if you don't let them find what their talent is and rise to it, they're going to hurt in life.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the thing. There are so many things in this world that people do. You got to find your niche. You know, some people are unbelievable carpenters.
Yeah.
I hammer like lightning. I never strike twice in the same place.
You're better than I am.
I'm awful. I'm terrible. I've hit my thumb so many friggin' times it's ridiculous. But there are some people that are just born to do that. You
Yep.
know, that's what they do. Some people are firefighters. That's what they
Right,
do.
right.
You know, some people are nurses, doctor, whatever. That's what they excel at. Find it.
Right, and that's the way to go.
Yeah.
Not everybody can become a great artist, but a great artist can come from anywhere. That's another Disney line. Ratatouille.
But, you know, if,
Get them all up here. Just,
if you don't let people find their where they're good at,
yeah.
they're never going to succeed at anything. You and people. That's why I always told my kids, do whatever you like. I don't care what you do for a living. I don't care.
Just
You
do
know,
something.
as long
Do
as
what you want to do, what you love to do. and
as
do
well,
it,
if
do it
you
well.
if you do what you love to do, you're not gonna mind going to work, and you're gonna do well at it.
Do it well.
And that's what they did. One went into medicine, the other one repairs heavy equipment.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah,
That's cool.
yeah. One's a doctor of people, the other one's a doctor of machines. But they both, that's what they were good at. You know, I went into sales, and that's what I'm still doing it. And
No heavy lifting.
in fact, when I made the speech when I got my award, and Jeannie Heaver says to me, you were making a pitch up there.
ABS, baby.
I said, I can't help it. It's just natural. It's what I do all the time.
ABS.
Yeah.
Always be selling.
Yeah. That's
Always
right.
be
You
selling.
just- You know, that's what you do for a living. It's a natural thing.
You know, it's interesting because there's so many different aspects to life and so many different things that you learn, little things that people do.
Yeah.
And you're like, wow, like, I would have never thought of that.
Yeah.
You know,
That lady that I was talking to earlier, she went in the medical field, went to school for it and all that. Came here to the United States and she was working on with blood and all that stuff. And then she wanted to paint, and she started to paint and she loved it. Now she teaches kids painting, and she said, "I love doing that."
There you go.
And she's good. She's not bad. I had a painting behind that she did.
it's
behind.
she teaches kids to paint.
Yep.
It's a phenomenal therapy.
I guess the guy was at the meeting at the breakfast yesterday. The inventor of Newton. You know who Newton is?
It's like Fig Newton.
No. The IBM computer that beat everybody on Jeopardy.
Oh, okay. Big Bo.
The guy who built it.
Okay, that's cool.
It's artificial intelligence at its finest.
I tell you what, artificial intelligence scares the hell out of me.
Oh,
Well, you see, they don't want those artificial intelligence cars because you don't know what's going to happen.
I don't want a car driving me. I want to have control.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's what I don't like about flying is I don't have control. Not that I could be able to do it, but
I don't have a choice.
I
It's a
know.
long drive to California.
Yeah. I like to be in control.
Okay,
we
we're
gotta
getting
go.
done
Hey,
now.
There we go.
happy Thanksgiving,
Happy
everyone.
Thanksgiving to
Happy
you too.
Thanksgiving.
Okay, no show tomorrow night. We're gonna do a repeat.
Eso en repitan.
A repeat, yeah.
Repetir.
Yeah.